All over Europe at this moment, in 8 other starting points as far apart as Lisbon and Athens, crews are going through the same strict scrutineering procedure. John Wadsworth and Alan Cook seem happy enough about it. So does the examiner, who puts the official seal on their Cooper engine. Harry Karlstrom's Mini needs a push, but only as far as the scrutineering shed. The Swedish ace is driving in the 5-car BMC Works team and is first away from the Paris starting line. An abundance of preparation and engineering skill from the backroom boys have led up to this moment. Now everything depends on the men who edge their cars cautiously out into the mid-morning traffic. All French eyes are on Gemignani and Anquetil in their Ford Mustang. Both have won world acclaim as cyclists, but the switch from 2 wheels to 4 threatens to be much tougher. The Monte is at last on the move, and there's no time to stop and admire the landmarks. 237 starters heading and hoping for warmth and wealth at journey's end. And for the first few miles, the wintry sunlight hardly reflects the icy conditions ahead. The navigator, with his expert knowledge of the route, can't afford to relax when night comes. The Danish Ford team are motoring strongly, and now some of the Frankfurt starters link up with this fast-moving cavalcade. Already the Monte has claimed some victims, but there are still many ambitions intact at the Figeac checkpoint. Lost minutes can mean the difference between victory and just another hard luck story. Lateness is heavily penalized, especially on the main speed sections, but those on time can afford some relaxation. Others spend precious minutes changing wheels, and it's a technical switch they won't regret. The Twigden Gorst Mini, a London starter, roars back onto the road while the familiar Allardette, piloted by 1952 winner Sidney Allard, confidently noses forward to face the hazards of the next 600 miles. Those who snatch some sleep are lucky because every ounce of energy and skill is needed from now on. Snow, ice, blizzards. Almost every mile in these treacherous conditions shatters another victory hope. Journalist Courtney Edwards battles on in the Austin 1800 despite a fractured oil pipe. Norman Harvey takes a corner in high-speed style because this is no place for faint hearts and slow coaches. Joe Foster's Mini is making a brave bid to beat time and weather snags, but already the powerful Works team, backed by vast technical knowledge and unlimited finance, are emerging as pacemakers. The top firms spend over £10,000 a team to snatch this blue ribbon award of the rally calendar. Claude Twigden is still driving with great determination. There's little time for any competitor to admire the alpine splendor from the snug interior of a car littered with maps, torches, and thermostats. A quiet French town echoes to the throaty roar of the various engines. Now London, Paris, and Frankfurt starters have met the Lisbon and Monte Carlo contingent. Some haven't anticipated such bad driving conditions at this stage and are regretting their decision not to fit studded tires earlier on. Albert Hill's MG 1100 is still in with a chance, but 28 of the original 237 starters are out, most of them in the last few tortuous miles. The Saint-Flour checkpoint, a welcome sight for those stunned by the vicious conditions already encountered. The Austin Mini of Spaniards Chicho and Langley is penalised for lateness. But the London hopefuls are hardest hit, with 7 cars failing to continue. From Saint-Flour to St. Cloud, where the Minsk, Warsaw and Stockholm cars join the main group, lies the formidable French Massif Central. For some, a wheel change has come too late. For others, there's unrelenting punishment ahead. Studded tires, invaluable over the snow-packed mountains. With high winds whipping the snow into huge drifts, it's going to be a snowplow race on the last leg. But Harry Karlstrom's Works Mini is still game. The Renault of Roland Charrière, one of 12 highly fancied French cars, which all came to grief, screeches on. Peter Harper's Sunbeam Tiger is heading for honours, while Valerie Peary and Susan Reeves are keeping female hopes high in their Spitfire. On this final 580-mile section from St. Cloud to Monte Carlo, the rally is lost and won. Only 35 cars escaped the clutches of the icy Alps to wind their way towards this Mediterranean paradise. The Morley Works Cooper survives despite a spin off the road, but 170 fail to beat the Mountain Fury. Some Citroens are through, perhaps because of their snowplow design. But it's already becoming clear that for the second successive year, the rally is being dominated by the mighty Minis. Somewhere on the road ahead, the immaculate driving and teamwork of Finnish driver Timo Mäkinen and navigator Paul Easter is carrying them onto the finishing line at Boulevard Albert. Of the 35 who made the final run-in, the Mäkinen-Easter car was the only one to reach the sunshine setting bang on time. Monaco, fairy tale home of millionaires and business tycoons. The rich charm of life here in the tiny principality seems quite unruffled by the excitement down on the waterfront. That's where fame and fortune of a different character is being revealed. One by one, they motor towards the finish. German Helmut Kellerners limps in, but not the now famous 52 of Mäkinen and Easter. They've driven brilliantly to build an almost unassailable lead. There's still a 380-mile mountain time section to come, but Mäkinen's far enough ahead already to enjoy the winning publicity. Disappointment for last year's winner, Paddy Hopkirk. Only a crash on the notorious last stage prevented him repeating the success. For the 5th time, Pat Moss wins the ladies' prize and finishes 3rd overall, beating husband Eric Carlson, winner of the 62 and 63 rallies. John Latrobe and David Bailey edging in to take a well-deserved place among the gallant 35. The 34th Monte Carlo rally, toughest for many years, draws to a close. Only the traditional prize giving remains, and Pat Moss earns another piece of silverware to add to a collection which emphasizes her skill. The day's top honors, in fact the rally world's top award, goes to Timo Mäkinen and co-driver Paul Easter. For them, it's been a wet, cold, windy and wonderful mini ride to Monte Carlo.